Hi gang, welcome to today's video, which is an initial review of what I hauled during this winter Sephora savings event. And we are going to start off by putting something on my lips. I did pick up the Summer Fridays holiday set, which has 3 of their lip butter balms. And I am going to apply some of Cherry before we get rolling today. And I have used this before, this color, in fact, and my advice to you would be go lightly, okay? Because she is bright. She's very pigmented. She smells divine, but you don't want to overdo it. Whew, okay, there we go. And now I am going to work on an eyeshadow look using the Makeup by Mario Moonlight palette. Now, some of you may know that I fought the urge to buy this palette. I told myself a million times, just cover the blue and you have all of these colors. But in the end, I just couldn't help myself. And so today we're going to play with this. This is really the first Makeup by Mario palette that I've purchased. I have played with this a bit over the last week, so I can sort of give you my initial impressions here. And I am going to go in with this sort of neutral shade here along the crease. Just to get started on building out the shape. So, I haven't been as jazzed with this as I'd hoped to be. The mattes are a little dusty, and the shimmer shades are not what I expected as a big user of Natasha Denona and Pat McGrath. I'm used to shimmers that have a lot of base color to them, and these don't. But we're going to go ahead and build a look today. Maybe I will be pleasantly surprised. So because the blue in this palette is where it's at in terms of a unique color, I am going to use that today. I am fully prepared to make a hot mess of my eyes. And we'll just watch that together because in my experience, that's part of using this palette. I am, just so it's not a complete disaster, going to place like a card beneath my eyes just to catch some of that fallout. And at the same time, I'll be advertising for SK2 products. Hey, you do what you have to do, okay? So I am just going to pat this down in the outer corner. And you know what? I am not going to get real fussy. It's nighttime, in case I haven't mentioned. I have already worn makeup for today. I have taken that makeup off just to play with this makeup tonight with you and to give you those initial impressions that I have about this palette and the other products that I purchased. They're not all losers, okay? So, you know, don't click away just yet, okay? Because I have some real winners to share with you. Okay, so got that blue going in the outer corner, and not sure if you can see, but I'm wearing a lot of blue down here as well. Not what I was going for. But we can clean that up. The question is, if you're spending $68 or so for an eyeshadow palette, do you want to have to clean all that up? Maybe not, but we will do that on the back end. And because these shadows don't really have much of a base, I am going to bring this blue in a little bit so that we're not just looking at my regular eyelid color. And this is a place to start. And you know what? I am going to leave this blue down here until I'm ready to do a full cleanup, because something tells me experience that I'm going to end up with even more down here. But let's see how we go. So here in the center of the eyelid and out into the blue a bit, I am using this sort of gold scattered light, ethereal shimmer. And I do like the way this looks on top of the blue, but I am going a little disco ball. Thoughts? Criticisms? Please let me know in the comments. Don't hold back. I am now going to go into this sort of white shimmer here, which you can't really tell as much in the pan, but it does have a really strong blue shift. And for that, I am going to use one of my brushes that's a part of the Spectrum KJH collaboration, which is being re-released soon. And this was a collection that was developed by Katie Jane Hughes, who is a makeup artist who does a lot of great tutorials on YouTube and mostly on Instagram. And since launching these brushes with Spectrum, she has launched her own product line, mainly multi-purpose products for the cheeks and lips. And I'm going full disco ball here. I have little specks of glitter all over my face, in addition to this beautiful blue eyeshadow settling right into my fine lines and wrinkles, which is really what I want to highlight. As a 52-year-old woman. So, yes, but gosh, can we all agree that this just looks beautiful on me? Not really. With that in mind, excuse me, I'm thirsty. Okay. So, making sure that I have that blue exactly where I want it, since this is what buying this palette was all about. And now I am going to take a handy dandy makeup wipes. Boy, let me tell you, I have been going through these like gangbusters since I bought this palette. So please, if you buy this palette, make sure that you stock up on makeup wipes for cleanup. So just going to clean up underneath the eye a little bit. A little bit is to be expected. If you're using shimmers from any palette, okay, let's not be crazy here, but I have cleaned up under there, and I'm just going to pat that. Ooh, the under eyes are irritated right now, so I'm actually going to take a little bit of eye cream and lay that down before I keep going. And for this, I am using a Beauty Pie eye cream that has hyaluronic acid in it. And just trying to put some of that moisture back in and soothe some of that irritation from wiping all that product off. And I'm going to tap that in, tap, 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 to work it in a little bit. Hopefully I haven't gotten that too much into my lower lash line, because I certainly don't want everything on my lower lash line to move once I place eyeliner and mascara down. Okay. Part of the reason I got this palette, I'll tell you, is because I wanted to have some additional products that would create a more subtle look. I do a lot of bold looks with my McGrath Labs palettes and even my Natasha Denona. And so I really just wanted to try another brand, some different formulas, to see if they were a better fit for me. And so far I'm saying no, but we'll see. So I've got that down, and at this point, this is always where I pull out my trusty Makeup Forever artist pencil in Endless Cacao, and I use this to sort of line my lower lash line so that I can determine if I have the shape that I want for my eyes. So I'm just going to lay this down a little bit in the outer corner. I'm not going more than halfway in. As you can see, this also helps me, I feel, make less of a mess when I'm trying to put mascara on my lower lashes. My lashes, as you have already gathered, are white blonde, which makes them very difficult to locate when I am applying mascara. So now I've got that on, and I am just trying to find my Shiseido eyelash curler. This is my holy grail eyelash curler. Part of the reason that I like it is because of the shape, but also because it comes with an extra rubber pad so that you can change that out as opposed to buying a new eyelash curler. You can also buy just the pads on the Sephora website. Again, that helps you just keep the same metal eyelash curler and replace the pads. So now I'm just going to curl the lashes. I have been using a lash serum from Beauty Pie, and I have been pretty happy with it. I don't think it's helping a lot with length, but I do think I have more lashes at this point. So there is some additional thickness to my lashes. And I will take whatever improvements I can get. Boop, 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 boop. So just curling out towards the end. And now I am going to use another new product that I picked up during the Sephora sale, which is the Tower 28 Make Waves Mascara in Drift, which is the brown. And like I said, I've been using these products for about a week. So far, I really cannot tell a difference between this color and the black. I don't think it's significant enough to warrant picking up an additional color. If you like the Tower 28 Make Waves Mascara, I suggest you just keep getting it in black if you're happy with that. And if you're on the hunt for a brown mascara, maybe just stay on the hunt, because otherwise you're not really getting something that is distinctive from your black mascara. And I'm just going to put on one coat here. I will probably put on a second coat on camera just to show you how long it takes. It feels like it takes forever to put on mascara. And get some of these little baby lashes at the front. Okay. So that is good. You know, I mean, I can't complain about this mascara, really. I will definitely use it all, since I like the formula so much. But, you know, I'll probably just pick up the black from here on out, since the brown doesn't really seem to be much of a difference for me. Okay, so got that. And now, trying to decide where to go next. I picked up a new foundation during the Sephora Savings event, and that is the Dior Stick Foundation. And I have tried one other stick foundation, that being the Tom Ford, which I expected to be blown away by given all of the hype on social media, but I really wasn't. So far, I've been pretty happy with this. I do typically lay this down over Unseen Sunscreen by Supergoop, which also acts as a primer, and it sort of fills in pores and creates more of an even canvas. Tonight, I am just laying that down. And as I do, it becomes pretty obvious. I have texture. I'm going to use this new sponge, which I like to refer to as Super Freak. This is the One Size sponge, and I just really like its size. I like its size. I like how it has this flat side on it. And I don't know, to me it just seems a lot more efficient than the little bitty end of the Beauty Blender. Boop. And getting that down. And right now I'm really just focused on spreading that out. Getting that all over the face. And apparently this foundation is also good for use as a concealer. So I'm going to pat that down under here. I am going to use a concealer that's new to me as of the Sephora Savings event, just so we get as many of those products in today as possible, and I can give you my initial thoughts on those. Because I am really testing these upside some Holy Grail products. But I'll tell you, so far, I'm really happy with this stick foundation. I typically use the House Labs foundation. I feel like this is good for sort of a quick option or something that I can keep in my purse. Another one that I love for that is the Natasha Denona Powder Foundation. I'm really at the point where Pan, and this has not been out that long, I think this is a great product. So, you know, having products on hand that you can use that seem sort of less time intensive, that's always great. And so we've got that. And then I am going to drop in some of this concealer from Tower 28. This is a serum concealer. And it has this little tiny doe foot on it. I don't know if you can tell. It's definitely different than what I'm accustomed to. I'll put a little bit in the inner corner and outer corner. And now I'm looking for my favorite concealer brush. There it is. This is a brush from BK Beauty. It is known as the Kitten Paw. It is a part of the Angie Hot and Flashy collaboration. And I really figured that this brush was a bunch of hype and hooey. Hooey! But I'm telling you, I believe the hype now. I think this brush is totally worth it. There are several other concealer brushes that I've tried recently. Let me see if I can pull some of those out. Wait, let's blend. Let's stay on task. Let's blend. Let's get this worked in, and then I'll talk about some of these other brushes that I've tried that I felt like weren't as good. And look, I am not going to be able to erase the fact that I have wrinkles. I am almost 52. I'll be 52 this month. I have never had Botox or any other facial procedures. I am not knocking anybody who does this. I'll tell you, now that I am posting on YouTube and Instagram, I have thought more than ever about, wow, I need Botox, because I've been more aware of my wrinkles than ever before. But I do feel like I have earned every one of those wrinkles. And I should not expect myself or anyone else should not expect me to look any different than I do today. Okay, the other concealer brushes that I have picked up, really the only other one that I have is this brush by Beauty Pie. It's not quite as soft and it is much more packed with hairs, and I don't know, it's smaller, it has a smaller footprint on it, and I guess it's good, but it's not as comfortable. This kitten paw brush is just so comfortable to use. I feel like I can kind of really get up into this side of my eye, on the side of my nose, which I like to do. It just, I don't know. I think it's a better concealer brush. So now that we've got that down, let's see, we've got that. We've got the concealer. I'm just going to kind of work all this in. And now I am going to do some mascara on my lower lash line. And for that, I use something that is not sold on Sephora, and that is this bottom lash mascara from Clinique. This is available at Ulta and, of course, from the Clinique website. But I like it as a blonde, tiny bottom lash girl because I really feel like I can get those bottom lashes without making a big mess. And hopefully I'm able to do that on camera today and not make a liar out of myself. But aside from the bottom lashes, I think it's great too for catching these lashes sort of at the ends, on the inner corner and the outer corner, where it might be difficult for you to get in there with the big brush, and I'll even run it all the way along my lashes. Just for a final look. So now let's see, I'm trying to think of the next new product that I have. I did pick up 2 blushes during the Sephora savings event, 2 completely different products, both in terms of application and color, one being the Pillow Talk wand from Charlotte Tilbury, and the other being this very, very red blush from Tower 28. This formula I had never used before. I had used the Tower 28 blushes before, and I am inclined to go with this really red blush. I don't know, I'm feeling it tonight. Whoa. So it's very pigmented. Should definitely be mindful here. And I am working to just tap this in with my fingers. I may go in with a brush afterwards. And as someone who is really fair, I'll admit I was really nervous about buying a blush that is this red, but I've seen a lot online lately about how this red, as opposed to a pink, is a much more natural effect for almost any skin tone. So I say we go for it. Okay. And with that down now, I am going to also apply some bronzer. This is a product that I have had for some time. This is Pat McGrath Labs bronzer, powder bronzer. I am going to apply a little bit along the jawline and down my neck. Up this way, and maybe a little bit out here at the edges to sculpt, because I will take what I can get. Okay, and now I want to try a powder. Okay, I just have like a baby of this. This is the One Size pink powder. And I am actually going to put some of this in my hand, in the palm of my hand, and use my little puff from Beauty Blender. And just tap this in underneath my eyes to set that concealer and apply to the center of my face. Wow, I should have found a way to brush away some of that glitter that fell from the Makeup by Mario palette. I did not. And if I were going out dancing tonight, then that would probably be fine. Just patting a little bit more of this in. I think this powder works pretty well. I'll admit that tonight, because I didn't apply any primer, I don't think it's settling quite as well as I would like. But I think for the most part, that is the makeup look. You know, I'm going to do one other thing. And this is getting gutsy, okay? I'm going to wipe off that lip balm. And I'm going to use this tiny red lipstick from Dior. Because I don't know, there's something about the blue and the gray and the red blush and this Dior lipstick that makes me feel like I am in a video from the 1980s. And I'm a Gen Xer, so that's okay. This requires skill and concentration. And yes, I am aware that it's a bit strange that I don't do my lipstick like this, but like this. But ever since I was a teenager, that's how I did it. No one ever taught me how to put on lipstick, and I didn't realize there was anything odd about it until one night I was out. I was probably in college, and a woman in the restroom remarked on the way I was applying lipstick. And I was like, okay, judgment. So I just sort of blotted my lips together. And now I am kind of tapping this on because I don't want it to look harsh. And there I am with red lipstick, which makes me wonder, do I need more blush? It's sort of blurred along the bottom. I'm going to do that along the top just a little bit. Okay, and those are all of the makeup items that I have from the Sephora Savings event. And I have one more item. Okay, so I bought this little baby perfume duo from Kayali. Both of these are in their vanilla scents. One is the Vanilla 28. The other is, I think, called Sugar Rock. They are so delicious. This is some of the best smelling perfume I have purchased in a long time. My sort of standard perfume is Flower Bomb from Viktor and Rolf. And really, they're not that different, I guess. I don't know. God, I could just sit around and smell this all day. but I am going to put on some of the Vanilla 28 because why not just enjoy some of this perfume for yourself? Not going anywhere, not wearing it for anybody, just for me. So, wrap up from this haul. Makeup by Mario Moonlight Palette, not so sure about this. I'm going to continue to try to make it work because I did spend a lot of money on it. The Dior Stick Foundation, I love this. I think this is totally worth it. It's a good buy. I also love the new sponge by One Size, Patrick Ta. And I love this red blush from Tower 28. So I'd recommend all of those. And definitely for yourself or for someone that you know, this cute little perfume duo, I think is just amazing. I think anyone would be thrilled to have it. So I recommend you pick it up for yourself or someone that you love. So that is everything I have to share with you today. I hope you enjoyed this video and happy shopping.